Jack, how you doing, man? Because this is a year you never have experienced before, I guess.
For sure, man. How's it going? Nice to see you.
I'm fine you're here because you're the man of the year with a number one album with a lot of shows. How do you feel about 2021?
Yeah, man. It's been a kind of surprising year for us as a band. We've managed to kind of maintain momentum. Keeping people involved with our music. I know we're back to playing shows as well, which we're really grateful for. So yeah, it's been okay compared to most.
Yeah, because how was it the first moment you went on stage after the album was released? Because people can sing along with all the
For
lyrics.
sure, for sure, man. Yeah, it was we were pretty nervous. It was like starting again, but it was refreshing as well. Having a record out and just being able to experience these songs live with people. It was super exciting, man.
What was the best show you played this year?
Um, I mean, it's always kind of easiest to say like a Scottish show. We played 3 nights in the Barrowlands in Glasgow, which is like a super
Wow.
famous venue. We done three on the trot, and it was magical. It was a real kind of celebration. But we played, the last night of our tour was 2 nights ago, I think, in Manchester, and that was just incredible as well. It was just the crowd were just one of the best crowds I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, it's been great.
It's so good to hear you talk about touring and venues and playing because in the Netherlands everything is cancelled again. But
No
in the UK,
way.
yeah, hopefully next year it will be good because you're playing the AFAS with the Cooks. I
Yeah, man.
saw. So next year it will be good. But how is it to? Did you see yourself some bands in the crowd at a show?
Have I seen any bands myself?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we done a few festivals kind of later in the summer. So we've seen some great artists. But, playing in a band, you actually don't get to see anyone play live. But we saw some great people. We saw an artist from the UK called Loyal Carner. I don't know if you've heard of him.
He's
Incredible
good.
live.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're big fans of him, and live he was just incredible as well. I'm trying to think who else I've seen. Seen Fontaines DC as well. Um, so no, there's lots of great. There's so much great music coming out of the UK at the moment. It's really exciting.
And you're one of the bands which make great music from there, from the UK, from Scotland. There's a lot happening. You just mentioned in Scotland as well, right?
Yeah, for sure. The scene in Scotland's busting. It has been for the last kind of 5 or 6 years, and I think the more that artists from Scotland do well, the more it kind of encourages the next generation of artists. So we're seeing it a lot. They've had huge successes with Lewis Capaldi and Jerry Cinnamon and stuff like that. And I think people, who play music see that happening. It's very encouraging.
What are the great Scottish bands you grew up with listening to?
I mean, when the age that we were kind of growing up and going to gigs, we were going to see a band called The View a lot. I don't know if you heard of The View, but they were
Yeah,
a
he
big
has a solo album, right?
yeah,
Kyle.
yeah, Kel Farmer,
Yeah.
yes, he's still going. So they were a huge influence on us. But luckily, a lot of great touring bands would come to Glasgow. So we got a great chance. I think we seen the Cooks about 12 years ago or something like that at the
Really?
Barrowlands. So it's really nice to be going on
Wow.
tour with them now.
And now next year you're going to join that band on tour. How exciting is that?
Yeah, it's great. They were a big influence on us growing up. And we still love their music. We've met them. I've met a singer once before, and he was a lovely guy. And it's a real honour to be coming on that tour.
It's getting so big what you do with the band because the album went so well. How was it to see the charts when the album was released?
Yeah, it was great. It was it was a real kind of classic old school chart battle. I don't think you see many of those now.
Yeah.
Where two artists are battling it out for number one. So it was really special to be a part of that. And somehow we managed to win it. So that was a bit of a bonus.
It was like back in the 90s with Oasis and Blur.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and it's exciting, and I think it's important for guitar music. And I think there's been a few number ones this year in the UK from young bands. You've had ourselves, the Lavums, and Haler as well. Have all had number one albums with their debuts. So I think it's a really exciting time for guitar music.
And you see it on festival lineups as well. There's more guitar music than ever.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's one of those things. It's a kind of slow resurgence of guitar music. I don't think it's anything that's going to just happen like that. But it's nice to see that young guys and girls are, making bands and just really kind of starting to believe in themselves in that respect.
There's a new song out now. I would love to play it now on Kink and after that talk about it because it's a great topic to sing about, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I think I think the message of the song is pretty universal. I think it works everywhere in the world. There's a lot of discontent at the moment with governments, government spending and lobbying and big corporations, acting unethically. I think that kind of angry kind of energy came out quite well in the song, I think.
Did you know the night or the day you wrote this song? What news did you see, or what did you what was the main inspiration for this one?
Well, I think in the UK every day the news is flooded with like political blunders, pure incompetence. There's a real division in the UK with the way people act around each other. And we were in the studio recording the second record with a producer called Coffee and a producer called Detonate. And I think, just having these conversations with guys from different places, and Coffee's from America, Detonate's from London, we're from Glasgow. So just, all the kind of different cultures coming together, but feeling the same, having that same angst, was kind of how the song came together.
And did you get already some reaction from your fans all around the world? Because in the Netherlands, it's just the same as in this song, and everywhere in the world is the same. Yeah,
I think so, and that's why the message was clear, and it's also kind of open ended. It's not a direct attack on anyone or anything. I think it's subjective, and you can choose, what the empire is to you and what things you think need to change in this world for it just to be a better place for everyone.
It's so great to see you and the band grow, because it's almost 2 years ago you played the gym at Eurosonic in our studio, and now you're a big band, man.
Well, that's not for me to say, but we're happy.
It's big. The things I see, it's massive.
Good, man. Yeah, so we're working on our second record. It's nearly done. I think we'll hopefully have it finished by Christmas.
Really? That's really fast.
Yeah, it's just exciting, just making music again. We're working really well with the producers that we're working with. So I think, a couple more songs and we're kind of good to go. So it's, it's going to be an exciting year, just releasing music and, just kind of hopefully try to give back to the fans that kind of supported us throughout the kind of lockdown and stuff.
There is a show planned as support for the Cooks next year in Avals Live, but when can we expect you with a full headline show in the Netherlands? Yeah,
certainly next year. There's, it's on the cards. So I think, after we do that tour with the Cooks, we'll certainly have the venues ready to go all over Europe and especially in the Netherlands.
You're always welcome here. And now I would love to just play the new song, but I would love to bring you back to the first album. Which song should I play of that record now on Kink?
Tough one. They're all so great. Whatever's your favorite, I'll leave it completely up to you.
Glasgow grew on me the last few months because it's great. Maybe I should play that because I miss Glasgow, I miss Scotland, I miss traveling, I miss the pubs over there, I miss the music. So
that's perfect for it. That's perfect for it then, for sure.
Jack, thanks for joining me today, and hopefully next year we can meet finally again.
Yes, man. Thanks so much. Thanks for having us.